Yo, hey guys, Ken Perryman here, and I am back again with something that I think is really pretty darn cool. I really like this. And let me go ahead and show it to you real quick. It is this guy right here, better known kind of a nickname of or statement of Devil Eyes. So that's kind of cool. Let me see if it's got a film on here. It does not. And what does that mean? If you've seen kind of the information, all that stuff, you might understand what they are. But what's really cool about this for anybody else who's looking at this is, and this is pretty cool, super sticky surface. Ken, what are you talking about? Let me show you. Let me just turn it on and flick it on. I've got it connected to a USB connection, and I'm powering it up through something very simple. And look at that, it's iPixel. So I'm a Georgia Bulldogs fan. I'm gonna do go Dogs. And hopefully this color, it's probably a little bit off to you, but I mean, it's clear as day that you got a flame and you got some really bright red colors that are flying by right now. I did that on my own. I did that with the app. Now, let me show you here real quick. And before I get into this real quick, I want to show you something else real quick. It's that guy right up there. What does that mean, hashtag sponsor? Guys, it just means that the company has sent this product to me so I can show you guys all about it. Now, all right, so here is the app. It just popped right up. And it, as soon as you pop it up and it's already connected to the device, there it is. Oh, there is a firmware update. Guys, this is yeah, and it's doing it automatically. So once it's connected to the device and it notices that there is a firmware expectation to update, it's just going to go do it. And to be honest, at least you guys get to see what it's all about. So it's sitting there about 85, 87, 93, 5, 7, 8, 9, 100%. Pretty darn quick. You saw me do it. And there it is. And I look at that. Doesn't that look pretty flowy and iPixel, really nice, cool? And then back to Go Dogs, right? So back to this again with the app. You have text, you have gallery, program list, DIY picture, DIY animation. So you can edit and do everything to your heart's content, I believe, to some extent. Now, there's some that are just going to take you a bit of work to do to get this in there, but you can do all kinds of things like, I don't know, you could, so please connect hardware. Okay. I forgot that it didn't connect. So if it doesn't connect, you just hit the plus, and you should see very soon as it's trying to connect to this device. Actually, I should click on the, yeah, there you go. Then it's connected. There we go. So then rhythm. Let's go ahead and, how cool is that? Now I can't play the music, right? Because, just because you can't play music. But the nice thing about it is you could actually just have this thing placed somewhere so that you can just jam through some music. I'm just switching it up. And then you could just have this mounted somewhere where you could just have this doing its thing while it's dancing. It's actually kind of going to the music. I can barely hear the music. Now that just seems to be doing that wiggle. That doesn't seem to be matching a beat. Yeah, kind of cool, huh? All right. Getting back to this. Now check this out. This is called the remote control. Why is it called the remote control? Because it's basically this, but in your phone form. So you know that you have these and you put it in your pocket, you put it in, maybe like as an example, you're gonna put this on your car, and hopefully you'll see, I'm showing a couple video clips of me putting this on my car and showing different scenes, but you can put this in your car, this on your car, and put this in your car, and then sometimes, down the road, you might, the battery might die. Well, you got a backup. You got this guy that does exactly what is on this remote. So as a prime example, this, I push this, I'm in a hurry. Make way. How cool is that? And it's got some great cool little animation in there. That's this guy right here. Make way. It's that guy right there at the top. So there's another one that's like, bro, turn off your high beams. That's this guy right here. Turn off your high beams. Watch this remote. Boop. Right? Bro, turn off your high beams. That's this guy right here. Now, the cool thing about it is the remote, you don't know which one is which unless you have experience on what it is. The cool thing is you can go over here and you can see what it is. Hey, I'm going to turn left. Or, hey, your buddies are following behind you and for some reason your phone isn't working or whatever. You can be like, hey, or maybe more so, you're driving along and you're like, dude, right away, take a left, take a left. And then even more so, what if you want to go, hey, take a right? Now, what I love about this too is that you convey your message And then immediately it goes back to what was playing. So, see? Back to Go Dogs. There are, let me see. You got this one. Rainy. Slippery. Hold point. Open. With little angry emojis. Cool. Okay. Maybe you don't want people... No honking. Honking of horns is prohibited. Now, I'm going to tell you, you know that this is a different non-English speaking country that is writing these on here, because I'm going to tell you, you do that, and that's just going to tell somebody, yeah, we're just going to honk on you no matter what. But I do like certain things, like maybe you got a wife on here, and you just want to say, hey, man, somebody's driving like a jerk, so come on now. Woman in car. Pay attention. And I don't mean woman, pregnant woman in car. Let me be clear on that. Let's back up. Pregnant woman in car. Pay attention. What is this? Keep the distance, or you will suffer. Okay, a lot. Okay. That's going to invite some friends. This one I like the best, right? Just an emergency. You want to let people know you're broken down or something's going on. But I also will tell you this, that I have already pre-programmed in here. Let's see, is it under... Yeah. So I have, unfortunately, you only get like 4 letters to identify what it is. But example, this is the one right here for the dog. But for the dogs, Go Dogs. But let's say I want, you want to tell someone hello. Just hit that button. And that's the thing that's telling you that it's resetting. Hey there. All it does is just says, hey there. Let me switch over to this, the 4, SOS, broke down, and went for help. And I went that way. I tell you what, that's the best thing you can do. Is a lot of times they say, hey, if you broke down, stay with your car. They'll find you. But if for some reason you feel that you had to go do something, maybe you left someone in the car, but you went to go for help. Granted, this may not be necessary, but this, if you went by yourself, or you maybe like me, it's just me and my wife, and we decided, boom, we're going to get in the car. We broke down. We're going to go together. I'm not leaving her in the car, and I'm not leaving her to go do something. She and I are going to lock up the car, and we're going to go somewhere. But we're going to put this up there and say, hey, listen, we broke down. We have some problems, and we went that way. Because, right, there's basically 2 ways you can go. Where you came from, and in many cases it may be, hey, I came from this way and I saw a gas station back this way. Or I went forward because I saw something on my phone or a map or something that says something is closer to me to my front than my back. And you can always switch that around, do something else. Also, again, with switching over, I just press the help. So there's also here, yellow color, SOS, need help, please. Put that on the back of your car and just tell them, hey, I need some help, please. Right? There's another one in there that has like you can use your handles, meaning like your YouTube and all those other things, those type of handles there. You can use that to fire up. But I wanted to show you what you basically got in the box, which is your remote, this really long wire that will stretch from the front to the rear of your car. So let's say, and it has a cigarette lighter adapter built in, and then it also has this switch that's closest to the cigarette lighter. So what you could do, and I really like about this feature, is this is a super non-adhesive but super sticky surface. And it's one of those ones where you gotta have to wipe it off to get it to stick once it gets a lot of dirt on it, right? So I can feel there's some dirt and dust on here, but it is super sticky. It's super tacky. But no adhesive. Now, you're like, well, but I want to put it somewhere, and maybe it's one of those things where you want to put it on a window of a business. The thing is after a while, sun beating on it, heating and cooling, this may kind of fall off. Well, that's okay. They give you this super sticky, double-sided adhesive tape. So let's just say that you decided that you're going to be in a business, as I've said, or you can see before. Let's see if there's any program list. Oh, so... boom. I can go ahead and play that real quick. Those are your devil eyes, as they say, I guess. You could put this on your vehicle. That's pretty cool. And that's in a program list that I have a multitude of guys here. So as an example, maybe I can go ahead and take that off and put this on and hit play. And I'm lost. Don't follow me. Right? Maybe you don't want to do that, but it's 4th of July or whatever, and like me, I'm prior service military. I want to fly my flag. Boom. God bless America. Right? Yeah, that's cool. Maybe once in a while you gotta say, hey, my bad. And maybe you want to do that and just say, hey, sorry. Really, sorry about that. Cool, right? And let's go back. Let's get out of here. What's in the gallery? Oh, okay, there you go. Now, what the cool thing is you go into the gallery and you can do all kinds of stuff. So let's say you've got 2 of these guys. You could put one on each side of maybe like driver's side windshield, passenger side windshield. Now, I think you have to sync them up with another one, because if you don't get it just right, you might be cross-eyed. But that's the whole potential if maybe you want to do 2 different eyes, one eye in different sides or whatever. You can also maybe New Year's do something to that effect. There is a bunch of stuff in here. You got emote, you got drive. So again, a lot of that stuff that's related to the remote, you can do something like that. Maybe you just like, hey, something's coming up. You have, there's, wow. There's some bad words in here, guys. Be careful. Don't let some people, kids or whatever, play with this, or somebody you don't trust, because I'm telling you, there's some stuff in here. Now, I like this. They got some pictures. I didn't see this one before, but as I said, let's say you're doing some business and you're a coffee shop. There you go. Right? You could do a coffee shop. Maybe you're a barber shop. You want to go ahead and let people know you're going to do some pizza. Come on, get over there. Pizza. Interesting. Oh, the barber. There we go. Pizza. How cool is that? Yeah? So I think these are just pictures. We'll go ahead and move back. Let's see. Business. Oh yeah, there's a business one. There it is. Gonna look at, maybe you got some snow cones, right? You're a gas station. Maybe you selling lottery tickets, right? There you go. Man, there's a bunch of stuff in here. I guess you could make, and there's that same pizza. Well, it's a different pizza logo, but now it's got a little bit more active. Maybe even like, hey, you got a clearance going on in your store. You want to let people know. I mean, this is so many things you could use this for. Even just a welcome. Hey, come on in. You're open. Maybe you let them know you're open. Okay, that's interesting. Here too, even, right? A bit, again, business related. You just had to let somebody go and you need another person. So let's go ahead and say, hey, we're now hiring. Hey, maybe you want to let people know you get free Wi-Fi. Wow, these are really good. There's a lot of stuff in here. Drinks. Let's see, flour. Yeah. The prices have been slashed. Yeah. So all that to open up, and let's just switch over to this. We're running a hazard. We want to fix everything. Let me go back to, and this is everything that's on here. Let's go back to my program list. Maybe no, not my program list. Let's go to, oh, that's right. You can do your own text, which I did. Picture text. Let's go ahead and just say, go dogs. Guys, we're going to go, like I said, throughout this whole thing, you probably should have, so throughout this whole thing, you've seen small snippets of videos of what it looks like on my Jeep. Put it on the side, I put it on the back. Sometimes it's a little glaring, like midday kind of thing. But really cool is that you can do this in a darker section of window, and even more so in lower lights, like night and stuff like that. It's going to be wonderful. Now, again, up by you, flip that switch. You can turn this off so you don't have to worry about it. And what's really cool is you can see in some of the video clips I've showed you that there is no way, unless you get really close and start to stare into it, that you can tell this is even on your window. So it's one of those things where you're like, hey, you might want to be a bit more discreet. Now everything's clear. It's going to turn on. It's going to do this cool little, and I love the way that these pixels intertwine with each other's color and stuff like that. And then, you know, maybe you're driving down the street going to the Georgia Bulldogs game, or again, I made this. Make it whatever you want and have it just cycle through, showing your support of your favorite team or whatever. Man, I mean, this is just pretty darn cool. I really like this, and I'm glad I got this so I can go ahead and play with this. I have limited space within my Jeep to put this in, but I'm going to find a good spot for this, and you know, it may be one of these things where I just temporarily put it up during certain seasons or whatever. Heck, I might even be able to put it back on this wall somewhere and just have it cycle back there, and you know, just have it just scrolling in the background, doing its thing. I'm trying to get that center. There you go, Ken. All right. Go Dogs. All right, guys. So, guys, I hope this was helpful for you. I do appreciate your time. And I'm out.